The Blue Front Cafe in Bentonia is so significant to blues in Mississippi that it has its own blues trail marker right out front. Over the decades, a lot of musicians have come through here. Skip James, Sonny Boy Williamson, and of course, the owner, Jimmy Duck Holmes. Jimmy Holmes, by the way, has been here since 1948 when the place opened, and he's one of the last people to play the Bentonia-style blues. Now, in our next story, we're going to meet a young man who has already developed his own version of blues.
I was born in Clarksdale. Honestly, it's boring. Honestly, I'm just gonna tell the truth, man. It's boring, man. Like I said, it's a basic town that's just, but it's filled with a bunch of history. Being from here, of course, you're gonna have a love for music because, you know, this is a very historic town. So here, you know, when you're like 15 or 16, it's either play ball or do music, and as you can see what I chose music, you know. I think I was like 5. I was at home with my dad, and we're watching this PBS thing on Muddy Waters. And he was telling me about Muddy Waters and everything. And I didn't even know what blues was, honestly. You know, like I said, because around that time, I was listening to gospel music and stuff, you know. We came here to the museum, and if you were from Clarksdale, you could come and do the museum for free.
They were like a big influence to him. So we came every day. In fact, we lived right behind the museum. We walked over. He took the lessons.
I remember when he first came around, I didn't realize it was him at first, but every time I was driving my car home from work, I would see this kid after school, always on his porch playing the guitar every day. I didn't put it together that was the same kid. He just showed up in class one day, and I just remember how hard he practiced and how serious he was. I knew he was gonna, you know, be something.
It went from 1 or 2 days of the week of just studying things to 7 days of the week, just studying music. I mean, you all obsessed with it. You was just sitting in front of the computer, just studying music.
You can tell when somebody goes home and they've practiced every day in between until the next time they come back to class, and you know, that's the kind of kid he was, practicing hard every day. So that's the one thing that nobody gets to see, you know. Nobody gets to see all the hours that you spend practicing on your instrument. They just get to see you for that couple of hours that you're on stage. They don't see the hundreds and thousands of hours and hard work that you put in.
Like, outside of music, honestly, man, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm like a normal 18-year-old. Like, I wake up at 5 o'clock every day, you know, to get ready for school. And maybe like, when I wake up, 30 minutes is probably playing guitar or watching a video and trying to study that lick off that video, and then get ready for school, go to school, and think about music sometimes while I'm doing my work, and then come home, more guitar until I go to sleep.
When I saw him, when it got to the point he started doing this all the time, every day of the week, I knew it was something serious. I knew this was something that Christone wanted to do.
Around 6th grade, my parents got a divorce, and we became homeless, and we didn't have anywhere to go for like a couple of months, man. And
it took a lot out of Christone. It took a lot out of me. It was humiliating. We learned to deal with it. And I think that was the first time he started shutting down and just wouldn't talk anymore.
When I got to 6th grade, I started getting bullied. You know, if you notice, I'm not what the average 18-year-old should look like. And I started getting bullied on my appearance and everything. And so I was going through like a very depressing state.
He just, when he got to junior high and he started getting bullied and his music got better. And it seemed like he took the frustration out on the guitar.
People say young kids can't get the blues, but nah, that's not true. Cause I'm an example. I'm a prime example, man, that they could. I think the best blues are the songs that are just downright depressing. You know, that's all what songs are. Just stuff about life. You know, life is the greatest inspiration we can use when doing something like that, man. Yeah. Like going to see a band and just to see the excitement and the fun they're having on stage, and I've always wanted to have that feeling. So, you know, I'm doing it now.
Thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, subscribe to Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Till next time, I'll be seeing you on Mississippi Roads.